Hello, my name is Sam. Today we're going to talk about the best way to speak English fluently and confidently. See, the main problem is that we can write in English, read in English, listen to English, and understand it. But when it comes to speaking, we struggle. This is I Went to London Lesson 44. You can watch all previous videos on my channel in a playlist called I Went to London. Now, let's start without wasting a second. When I first started speaking English, I used to fumble a lot. I knew the words in my head, but when I tried to say them, I got stuck. If you are also facing this, don't worry. It's completely normal. Let me explain why this happens. Imagine you are trying to learn swimming. You can watch 100 videos, read books about swimming, and even memorize the steps. But unless you jump into the water, will you ever learn how to swim? No. The same goes for speaking English. The only way to improve your English speaking is to speak. I have divided it into two parts: how I improved my English speaking skills, and 4 golden ways to improve your English. I started my journey after watching a video by an online mentor. He said, "Record yourself speaking for 1 minute every day." I thought, why not give it a try? So I started recording myself speaking English for 1 minute every day. At first it was really awkward. I fumbled, made mistakes, and even forgot words. But guess what? As days passed, I became more confident. Soon I increased my recording time to 2 minutes, then 5, and eventually 10 minutes. This simple habit changed everything. And today, here I am, speaking English fluently and confidently in front of you. Let's talk about the biggest hurdle: translating from your mother tongue to English while speaking. For example, if your mother tongue is Spanish, Hindi, or French, your thoughts come in that language first. Then you try to convert them into English before speaking, and this takes time. That's why we fumble. So, what's the solution? Think in English. I know it sounds difficult, but it's not impossible. Here's how I did it. First, I surrounded myself with English. I filled my YouTube feed with English videos. My entire internet world was English. Every time I watched a movie, I watched it in English. I started following influencers who spoke in English. A funny thing happened. I was actually bad at Hindi before, but when I started watching Hindi movies, I subconsciously picked up the language. This means that if you constantly expose yourself to English, you will start thinking in English automatically. The only change I made for myself was this: I spoke out loud. Every day I would go outside, find a quiet place, and talk to myself in English. At first, people thought I was crazy, so I found a trick. I wore ear pods even when I wasn't on a call. That way people thought I was talking to someone on the phone. This is one of the best tricks to practice speaking in public without feeling embarrassed. One of the biggest fears we have is being laughed at. And let's be honest, some people do laugh when we make mistakes. So, here's my advice. Don't practice English in front of others in the beginning. Instead, practice alone until you are at least 50% fluent. Then, when you gain confidence, start speaking with others. This way, You won't lose confidence before even starting. The only way to learn English speaking is to speak. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. We all have smartphones, so let's use them to our advantage. Use Duolingo, a great app to improve grammar. Talk to Google Assistant, Siri or Alexa. Say, "Hey Siri, help me speak English." It will respond, and you can practice with it. Use voice search. Instead of typing on Google, speak your query. Shadowing is another powerful technique. Shadowing means repeating what you hear in real time. For example, watch an English news report and repeat after the speaker. Read a book out loud. Listen to an English podcast and mimic the speaker's tone and pronunciation. This technique helps you develop a mouth-to-mind connection and makes you more fluent. I hate the phrase "practice makes perfect" because I'm impatient. I want fast results, but speaking English has taught me. I realize that everything takes time. Learning, growing, even getting followers on social media. So if you feel frustrated, remember, keep going. It will all be worth it. At the end of the day, there are no shortcuts. If you want to be fluent, you have to speak out loud every single day. No miracles will happen unless you take action. So start today. Speak out loud. Record yourself. Use voice search. Fake a phone call if you need to. And trust me, one day you'll look back and say, "Wow, I can actually speak English fluently now." Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope these tips help you as much as they help me. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. We all started somewhere. Keep practicing, stay confident, and most importantly, have fun while learning English. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what your biggest struggle in speaking English is. See you in the next video. Take care and keep speaking.